From translation, RSV, Revised Standard Version. This 252 day of the year. Today we are reading passages Ezekiel 31 to 33. Ezekiel chapter 31 verses 1 to 18. In the 11th year, in the 3rd month, on the 1st day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, say to Pharaoh king of Egypt and to his multitude, who are you, O great one, among the trees of Eden, O great cedar, with beauty like that of the garden of God? You are in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering, sardian, topaz, and diamond, bezel, and onyx and jasper, sapphire, emerald, and carbuncle. And wrought in gold were your settings and your engravings. On the day that you were created, they were prepared. With you was the sea as your likeness, and underworld was your companion. By the waters of the Nile you grew, the waters of the Nile you grew, the waters of the Nile you grew. You grew tall above the trees of Eden, and then you so that all the birds of the air made their nests in its boughs. Under its branches all the beasts of the field gave birth to their young, and under its shadow dwelt all great nations. It was beautiful in its greatness, in the length of its branches, for its roots went down into abundant waters. The cedars in the garden of God could not compare with it. The cypresses did not equal its boughs. The plane trees were not as its branches. No tree in the garden of God was like it in its beauty. I made it beautiful in the multitude of its branches, and all the trees of Eden envied it, that were in the garden of God. Therefore, thus said the Lord God, because you have magnified yourself in height, and shoots reached to the midst of the clouds, and your heart lifted itself up in pride, I will give it into the hand of a mighty one of the nations. He shall surely deal with it. Because of its great height, I have plucked it down. Aliens from among the peoples most ruthless have cut it down and left it. On the mountains and in all the valleys its boughs have fallen, and its branches lie broken in all the streams of the land, and all the peoples of the earth have gone down from its shadow and left it. On its ruin all the birds of the air have made their nests, and under its boughs all the beasts of the field have given birth to their young. All great nations have lived in its shadow. Now therefore it shall no longer excel in height above the trees of Eden, nor stand among the clouds with its shoots. And no tree with its height and multitude of branches like it shall ever again be raised up by them that have drunk of the waters of trouble. This is my message to Pharaoh, king of Egypt. O great pride, fall. Behold, I have put a stumbling block before him. The sword of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, shall come against him and against his people. I will cast them down into the country of darkness and deathly shadow, the watery deep, with those who die by the sword. Pharaoh and all his army shall be overthrown, saith the Lord God. They shall be comforted in the midst of their blood, saith the Lord God. To whom are you like with your greatness and your glory among the trees of Eden? Ezekiel chapter 32 verses 1 to 32. In the 12th year, in the 12th month, on the 1st day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, sing a lamentation for Pharaoh king of Egypt, and say to him, Thus saith the Lord God, I will throw my net over you with a host of many peoples, and they shall draw you up in my dragnet. I will cast you out upon the land. I will fling you on the open field, and all the birds of the air shall eat you. I will fill the beasts of the whole earth with you. I will pour your blood out upon the country, and the blood shall not be covered. The earth shall be drenched with your fat, and rivers shall flow with your oil. When I extinguish you, I will cover the heavens, and make the stars dark. I will enshroud the sun with my clouds, and the moon shall not give its light. All the shining lights of the heavens I will make dark above you, and put darkness on your land, saith the Lord God. I will trouble the hearts of many peoples, when I bring your destruction among the nations, into the countries which you have not known. Yes, I will make many peoples appalled at you, and their kings shall shudder with fear at you. When I brandish my sword before them, they shall tremble every moment, every one for his own life, on the day of your downfall. For it is the sword of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, that shall slay you. They shall take you and break you into pieces and attack you with all their swords. They shall take your riches and your precious things and leave you naked and bare. They shall destroy your habitation in the midst of the sea, and your cities shall be laid in ruins. Then the hearts of the peoples shall be troubled for their own blood. For I have poured out my wine upon the land. It is drenched with blood. This is how I will deal with you, O Pharaoh, king of Egypt, O great monster that lies in wait in your streams. This is the lamentation which they shall chant for you, O Egypt. The daughters of the nations shall chant it. They shall chant it for you, O Egypt, lauding you with a lament, saith the Lord God. In the 12th year, in the 15th day of the month, the word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, wail for the multitude of Egypt, and throw them down, O daughter of Egypt. Among the nations most degraded, plunge them in the underworld, O Egypt. Say to them, O Egypt, have you grieved yourself better than the rest? You used to lie among the nations, O mighty one. In the countries of the shadows you sank to the lower parts of Sheol. They shall fall in the midst of those who are pierced by the sword. She is given over to the sword. Drag her off with all her multitudes. The mighty heroes will speak of him and of his helpers from the midst of Sheol. They have come down. They lie there, uncircumcised, slain by the sword. Assyria is there, and all her multitude. Her graves are round about her, all of them slain, fallen by the sword. Their graves are in the depths of the underworld, and their company is round about her grave, all of them slain, fallen by the sword. For terror was spread in the land of the living. Elam is there, and all her multitude. Her graves are round about her, all of them slain, fallen by the sword, who have gone down uncircumcised into the underworld, who cause their terror in the land of the living, and they bear their shame with those who go down to the pit. They have made her and all her multitude a bed in the midst of the slain. Her graves are round about her, all of them uncircumcised, slain by the sword. For terror was spread in the land of the living, and they bear their shame with those who go down to the pit. They are placed among the slain. Meshech, Tubal, and all their multitude are there, round about her grave, all of them uncircumcised, slain by the sword. For they had spread terror in the land of the living. And they shall not lie with the mighty who have fallen of the uncircumcised, who have gone down to Sheol with their weapons of war, whose swords are laid under their heads, and whose iniquities are in their bones. For the terror of the mighty was in the land of the living. And you, O Egypt, shall be broken in your midst. The sword shall devour you. Edom is there, her kings and all her princes, who in their might are laid with those who were slain by the sword. They lie with the uncircumcised, and with those who go down to the pit. The princes of the north are there, all of them, and all the Sidonians, who have gone down in shame with the slain. For their terror was spread in the land of the living, and they lie uncircumcised with those who were slain by the sword, and bear their shame with those who go down to the pit. Pharaoh saw them and was comforted for all his army slain by the sword, Pharaoh and all his army, saith the Lord God. For though I spread terror in the land of the living, yet he and all his army shall be laid among the slain, uncircumcised, with those who go down to the pit, saith the Lord God. Ezekiel chapter 33, verses 1 to 33. The word of the Lord came to me. Son of man, speak to your people and say to them, if a man brings a sword upon a land, and the people of the land take a man of their number and make him their watchman, and he sees the sword coming upon the land, and blows his trumpet and warns the people, then if any one who hears the sound of the trumpet does not take warning, but the sword comes and takes him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet and did not take warning. His blood shall be upon him. But if he had taken warning, he would have saved his life. But if the watchman sees the sword coming and does not blow the trumpet, so that the people are not warned, and the sword comes and takes any one of them away, that one is taken away in his iniquity. But his blood I will require at the watchman's hand. So you, O son of man, I have made a watchman for the house of Israel. Whenever you hear a word from my mouth, you shall give them warning from me. If I say to the wicked, O wicked one, you shall surely die, and you do not speak to warn the wicked to turn from his way, that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood I will require at your hand. But if you warn the wicked to turn from his way, and he does not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but you shall have saved your life. And I said, Ah, Lord God. Thus they say of me, Lo, he goes round muttering parabolas. Say to them, As I live, saith the Lord God, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way and live. Turn back from your evil ways. For why will you die, O house of Israel? And you, O son of man, say to your people, The righteousness of the righteous shall not save him when he transgresses. And as for the wicked, his wickedness shall not condemn him when he turns from his wickedness. And the righteous shall not be able to live if he commits iniquity. When I say to the righteous that he shall surely live, but he trusts in his righteousness and commits iniquity, none of his righteous deeds shall be remembered. But in the iniquity that he commits, he shall die. Again, when I say to the wicked, You shall surely die, and he turns from his sin and does what is lawful and right, if the wicked restores a pledge, gives back what he has taken by robbery, and walks in the statutes of life, not doing any of the things for which he is to be condemned, he shall surely live. He shall not die. None of the sins that he has committed shall be remembered against him. He has done what is lawful and right. He shall surely live. Yet your people say, The way of the Lord is not just. But it is not just for them to speak. It is not just for me to do so, but for them. When a righteous man turns from his righteousness and does evil, he shall die for it. For the evil which he has done, he shall die. And when a wicked man turns from his wickedness and does what is lawful and right, he shall live by this, because he turned back. Yet you say, The way of the Lord is not just, O house of Israel. I will judge each of you according to his ways. In the 12th year of our exile, in the 10th month, on the 5th day of the month, a fugitive arrived from Jerusalem and said to me, The city has fallen. Now the hand of the Lord had been upon me in the evening before the fugitive came, and he had opened my mouth by the time the man came to me in the morning. So my mouth was opened, and I was no longer dumb. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, the inhabitants of